Hello and welcome back to my channel, both to you and I, because I haven't posted a video in a couple of years. I've been wanting to film a video or some videos for a while, but I just get a little bit overwhelmed or I just forget. But here I am. I'm back with my Paper Tess Designs weekly daily planner. I've been in this since last year. I got the part 2 for last year after it was released. I think I must have got it in like August or something from memory. So I've been in it since August last year. I really love the weekly planner from Paper Tess Designs. I just found that it was just a bit too big and heavy to be carrying around with me, whereas this is nice and small. I guess it's not that small, it's kind of chunky, but this is a lot easier to kind of carry around if I need to. And it's just an awesome size, and I really love the inserts. I love the layout that she's got in this. But anyway, this is my cover by Magdalena of Mansour Atelier. I've been buying covers from her for the last couple of years. I think I've had like 4, but I absolutely love this leather. This is the Leonardo leather and it is just beautiful. But yeah, so this is inside my planner. I have photos everywhere. I've got this little magnet from Point Blank Stationery Co. And I have also really been liking Miffy. So you'll probably see things throughout. So I'm not sure if this is really Miffy, but it's really cute. This is from Vixxieplans on Etsy. And yeah, some more pictures. This is just something that I got from a thank you note from an order that I made, and so these things just ran little bits and pieces that came from some orders. And some more photos. My little thing for this year is time to thrive in 2025. Yeah, some more random bits and pieces. I made this little inbox tip-in, I suppose. I have high hopes of using it a bit more regularly, but I think it's super cute and pretty anyway. I've got a little Ollie clip magnet up here. This is from a bookmark similar to the one you'll see here from Aloe's Creative Corner, which I may have hacked up because I wasn't using and I really wanted the little moon. All right, so we've just got the yearly overview, which I use for my annual leave, public holidays, and sick leave, and all that kind of stuff. Just easily see that. My partner's work schedule, he does shift work, so I just need to remember when he does that, when he's on his days and nights, all that kind of stuff. January, February. I'm still trying to get these a little bit neater. I get a bit scribbly sometimes and I need to make my writing a bit smaller so I can fit more things in. But that's all. I'm really excited about this actually. So I have these monthly tabs from Colour Cafe on Etsy. And funnily enough, they're actually reused from previous planners because the postage is really expensive to Australia. So I've used previous ones and I cut them down so that I have them on my monthlies as well as my dailies, which I absolutely love, and I really actually use these quite a lot. I'm really glad I did that. I've actually made a lot of improvements since last year's planner. There was a lot of things I didn't really know what to do with this one that I've really kind of like come to perfection in this, I suppose, to put it that way. I'm actually really happy with how I've got my planner set up at the moment, and I love it so much that I'm always just like flicking through it and always finding like a reason to do flicking through it or writing in it or whatnot. So this is only a 6-month planner. So this is the part 1, and I also have obviously the part 2 for this year, but that's just on my desk at the moment. So there's a couple of like random blank pages in between things. And so I was hoping to kind of make this like a future log. I've got the first half here and then the second half here. So the quarterlies, I suppose. But I was hoping, I had a different idea in my head, but I could not find inserts that worked well that I really wanted. So I'm actually kind of playing around with making my own inserts. But that idea is a little bit overwhelming. But I was hoping that I could put like future things in here, so then I can also remember to put them in the next half of my planner. But in this section, which is just this month, and there's enough for half the year. Last year, I think I used these for future planning for like July through to December. But this year, I decided to make this my highlights or memories. So each month I go through and I write down any highlights or favourite memories or just anything that I want to remember later on. So then I can look back through and look at the memories, and it's just a nice little thing that I like doing. So I've just got those in here. And then we had another blank pages here. So I've just put in a little printable here and this adorable little note that my partner's daughter wrote for me, which I think I've put in like three different planners. I've taken it out of and put it back into. This isn't as nice as I was hoping it would be, but I was playing around with this in the last half of last year, and it is basically the books that I have been reading and finishing. Can I find where I had it in my planner last year? Oh, here we go. So that's a little bit neater. And the colour coordination is, I have an e-reader, I have a Kobo, so pink is what I've borrowed from the library and the brown is books that I've bought. Just gives me a good reference of how many books I've been borrowing versus how many I've been buying, because the whole point of me buying an e-reader was to try and borrow more books, so I'm spending less money on books because they are expensive. I was going to try and use this one for when new book releases come out, but it's just a little bit too small for that. But I will play around with that for the rest of the year. I've got some more books in here that are coming out, so maybe I'll just do that. I've really been enjoying these trackers for the last couple of years, I think. This is the one in the last half of last year, although obviously it's January through to December. So what this is, I have different colours for different things. So this is my, I guess it's a habit tracker, but I call it my activity tracker. So I've got, unfortunately, I haven't been able to donate any plasma this year for health reasons. I've got pole dancing. I do pole dancing, running, walking or hiking, biking, archery and swimming, which I'd like to be doing more of all of that, but it's kind of hard to fit in the schedule. And now that I'm sick, I'm probably going to have a few days off all of that. So this is what it is so far. So you can see, because I've got purple that's for walking, running or hiking, I've got the kilometres in for when I run, a W just for walk, and I have a H just for hiking. So I'm usually at pole once a week. I'd like to do more, the archery and everything. But yeah, it's just really nice to like look back on how active I've been through the year. I was on a little bit of a streak, but I started coming down with a cold yesterday. So unfortunately, I've had to give running and walking and stuff a rest, unfortunately, which sucks because I really love running. This is the habit tracker. So this is the same layout that I've been using since last year, and I think similar to what I had in my weekly planner. So I track my sleep. I use this from my Garmin that I wear. And so I've just got how many hours I get. I try to aim for about 8 hours. Otherwise, I am a bit of a wreck. A sleep score. My Garmin gives me a sleep score, so I put that in here, and I like to keep track of it. I actually find that it's fairly spot on to how I feel and how I've slept. And then I have the tracker for all the same stuff that I had back there in here, just so I can see in here as well, and watering my plants. So that's January and February. And then March, I've gotten rid of the little lines because it was really messy, because I get very lazy, so I was just so I've just left it as dots for March. The same, all the stuff here. We recently moved, so now I have some outdoor plants that I need to look after a bit more, so I've just got my indoor and outdoor plants here to water. And I'm so sorry if you can hear that sound in the background. There's a lot of works going on down near the waterfront near where we live. Yeah, so here's where some more blank pages were. So I just printed off these cute little things. I think they're from Vixxieplans. Yeah, I've had them for quite a while, back from when I thought I would try and set up Rings Planner, but that was severely overwhelming. I don't know how you guys keep up with printing inserts and cutting them, but I just can't. I would love to, but I just can't. But yeah, so if you haven't seen the Paper Tess Designs Pocket Daily before, it's got the weekly layout, and then you go into your dailies. I've seen lots of different ways that people use these. I've played around with lots of different ways of using these, but it sort of stays the same. And so there's like a little weekly review page, which I really like. I just put in the dates and I just put any highlights or noted things. I usually put in like how much I've been running or walking and all that kind of stuff, or any appointments and everything, just as a quick reference if I need to look back. So this is the current week. I've been playing around with some of the little sticker dots again. I think I got them from 1521 Studio. I've still got my little floating tabs I got from Lines Plus Paper a couple of years ago. I don't think they make them anymore, unfortunately, though. I really do like them. They do kind of crease the paper a little bit, but it's fine. But yeah, so this is basically my weekly layout. I've got my to-dos here, and I try to have some weekly intentions or mini goals that I try to stick to, or I try to achieve, but it doesn't always work that way. And then my dailies, sorry, I'm off sick today, so I just had a sticky note for when the doctor rang me. I guess there's not really going to be too much because this is going to be pretty empty. But yeah, so here's my little weekly in review. I usually have to-do lists. I usually write a little bit about the day, or I even wrote a quote from the Daily Stoic that I've been reading. I really want to get into maybe ending it with a line of gratitude or a quote or something interesting, just because it would be cute. And then I have the note pages back here. I just thought I could add a little thing and a little cover page, I guess, and I've got this cute little monstera leaf. I didn't actually realize it came with a bookmark. I must have cut it out of last year. Yeah, I did. I cut it out of last year's. I don't usually use these. Because I use this cute little thing. Yeah, I usually don't use those things, but this is just some random lists and brain dumpy stuff. Moving lists from when we moved. I've got some goal stuff in here. I've got this cute little jelly tab from Vixxieplans. I didn't really need it, but I bought it because it was really cute, so I've just stuck it in here. And then I think I've just got some more notes pages. I have a tracker for my super in here, which I probably won't show. Just this little random photo of my partner and I. Another Polaroid picture, my pen loop, which is from Lime and Mortar. I like because it's a nice beige colour and it goes in well with my aesthetic. And then I've just got some more stickers in here that I can't remember where that came from, but these are from Vixxieplans as well. And then there's just a couple of random bits and pieces in the back, and that's pretty much it. But you can see where the leather has kind of already, what's the word? Words are hard today. Where it's aged, because it's undyed leather. So, but it's beautiful. But that is my planner. This is the pen that I use. I did used to use the pen that came with Hobonichi's, but for some reason my Officeworks no longer stocks the refills, and I really don't like ordering things online or paying for postage. And I found that this, because it's a 0.38, it writes really nice and small, which works really well for my monthlies. So it just is a shocker for smudging, so I have to remember to leave things, or if I'm using my Tombos, I have to draw my Tombow on first and then write over the top of it, or it smudges something chronic. But yeah, so that is my little planner. I hope you enjoyed. I've been wanting to film this for a while. Yeah, but if you're interested in seeing more, because sometimes I play around with some of the things that are in here, and I show a lot of stuff over on my Instagram, but that is in my description. I'll add that to my bio as well. But yeah, it's changed a lot from last year's. I'm really sorry. I've pulled apart a lot from this planner for my other ones, just because I like to reuse things. I don't like having to buy new stuff if I don't have to, but I might just do a quick flip through of last year's. I love how like nice the paper feels after it's been like used and written on. The paper is just divine. But yes, as you can see, I really didn't utilize a lot of these pages in the front. I'm pretty sure I only did this towards the end of the year, and that was also just to see how many books I'd bought or borrowed. all of my trackers. These sticky notes that I put in that I never actually ended up using. And then because I obviously didn't start in July, I had a lot of random pages here. But it was just a lot of playing around with how I wanted to work it, really, because there's a lot of leeway with how you can play around with the layout of it. So, but anyway, that is me done. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, bye.